Hey guys, this is Ed with Techvarium. So I went to the Microsoft store today and I picked up this beautiful Microsoft Lumia 950. Those of you who want to get a larger device, you would have to go for a more expensive 950 XL, which is, I believe, $100 more. Also, along with this, I bought a Screen Beam Mini 2 Continuum Edition, which allows you to use your phone wirelessly with either a HDMI compatible TV or a computer screen. So that's in one of my next videos. Today we're just going to focus on this. Interestingly enough, the store rep actually talked me out of getting the Microsoft dock, saying that the Screen Beam Mini 2 is actually better and it's a newer generation device. Luckily enough, the 950 uses the Nano SIM, which I used to have in my 930, which was run over by a car in the recent past, so I don't use it anymore, but I do use a 640. So this phone is going to be my daily driver, something that I'm going to use every day. So without further ado, let's get into it and cut the box open. And it looks beautiful. There have been a lot of comments made all over the web about the new design of these phones. I personally think that Microsoft could have done better, although it does look very, very sleek. Let's go ahead and take the cover off of it. For me, it's a really big moment because I'm a big fan of these phones. So before we open it up, actually before we turn it on, we're going to insert the SIM card in there, and then we're going to turn it on after that. So in order to insert the SIM card, we have to take off the back cover, and the way that Microsoft recommends doing it is you insert a finger into this little slot over here in the back, and you're supposed to push in the middle to kind of bend it backwards, and it snaps right off. This is one of the benefits of the new Lumias, is you can actually easily replace the back cover, because if you remember one of my older videos, this cover is very difficult to get off. For one, and for two, just like in the 640, you have a little bit of a edge sticking out above the screen that actually protects the screen. Not as much in a 950, but probably enough to save it from breaking a couple of times. Speaking of which, they actually offered a $100 protection plan that I declined because I go through phones fairly quickly and fairly often, so I didn't need that, but $100 will actually save you a lot of time. So pull the battery out. It says SIM on this. I'm just gonna pull that out, and as you can see right over here, you have Nano SIM 1 and Nano SIM 2. So it tells you the direction which you have to put it in, and it's going to go right in there. And hopefully I'll be able to insert it just no problem. There you go. And it snaps right into a place. And this is where you insert your microSD card. By the way, this phone is actually, it does come with 32 gigabytes of RAM, but it is expandable to 200 with the microSD card. So now we're going to put the cover back on. So it's pretty much in reverse. Just snap it all around. It's going to fall into place. And now we're going to turn it on. And this is a very exciting moment for me because I'm going to be using this phone a lot. Alright, Microsoft. So while it's booting up, let's take a look at what comes in the box. So pretty much the same insert that came with my 640 that I picked up a few months ago. So nothing interesting there. We'll set that aside. Some product and safety information and so on and so on. Probably in multiple languages. Nothing else there. Comes with an additional box inside the main box, and this is the reversible Type-C reversible connector. I'm not a big fan of these. The 930 used to come with a detachable USB interface. This does not, so you will have to carry an additional cord with you, which is also provided for you. So this is all it really comes with. Both of these are important for me, probably going to be important for anyone who gets the phone. And just to give you a little bit of information as to what comes inside, it's actually a hexa-core device with a dual core clocked at 1.82 gigahertz, which is a Cortex A57 processor that is paired with the quad core that is clocked at 1.44 gigahertz, and it's called Cortex A53. And so both of them, in conjunction with each other, they actually allow you to use Windows Continuum. So you can actually use the phone as a phone and simultaneously project whatever is in the memory onto either a computer screen or the TV through things like, the MS dock or the screen beam. So it also comes with the 20 megapixel Carl Zeiss optics and the triple LED flash. Like I mentioned, 32 gigs of RAM, expandable to 200 gigabytes with the micro SD card. And it also comes with a very interesting feature called the iris scanner. So it will actually recognize, it's basically face recognition. So it's still booting up, we'll give it another second. Alright, so we are going to stick with English. And we'll just go through this fairly quickly. What I actually want to do, I want to make sure that I run all updates necessary before so I basically just want to have a updated phone before I connect it to my Microsoft account. So we'll do sign in later. So this did take a while. It took about probably 7 or 8 minutes. So when you take it out of the box, expect this to happen. This is normal. And we're pretty much all done. And this is going to be our home screen, hopefully. And that's exactly what it looks like. So Lumia 950. I'm certainly going to play around much more with it in the next few weeks, and I will do the official review of this phone. But a couple of comments about, so that's a typical Windows hello message. A couple of comments about the design. I think that it looks fine. I did expect a little bit more from Microsoft. When I unboxed the 930, looks very beat up right now, but I think it's a much more of a beautiful phone compared to 950, but to each his own. So figure out for yourself what you want to get. It does come with a glance screen that allows you to see your notifications, the time and the date. And that's pretty much all I have for you today. Thank you for watching as always, and this was Ed with Techvarium. Come back for more videos.